Good evening, everybody. I had to grab my other bag um, because I didn't get my cards, but I already know the cards I'm getting. I hope everyone is well. Thank you again for tuning in to Healing Room Tarot with yours truly, Lagoon. You may hear my best friend call me B because that is my other name, but either way, I welcome you to this space. I welcome you to receive the message that you need for this period in your life. I'm also welcome you to this space to get what you need when you're in this space, because that's what I want you to do. I want you to get what you came in here for. I don't want you to leave this space the same, whether that is mentally and thinking the same way to maybe even physically feeling the same thing. So, again, welcome to the room where you can expect to get some sort of healing. And I will say this, you may not even feel like you need healing. You may not even feel like you need healing, or that you need to heal from something. But that is why I'm here, because sometimes we cannot see the thing that is riding on our backs. The spirit knows, spirit directs, spirit guides, um, and that is how I connect with spirit. So a lot of people, I don't know why I feel the need to really explain this, but I'll just go ahead and explain it. A lot of people don't really understand the spiritual world and everything that it brings, everything that it offers. And so there are many types of spiritual gifts. And it's more than just the tarot, because honestly, anybody can pull a card and guess. But when you are truly tapped in, you see beyond just the physical. Sometimes you see things before the actual reading, before the actual message. So if you have been on any of the platforms that I'm on, you will hear me say, um, right before I got on, I heard this. I felt this. There was a ding somewhere. Okay, message received, right? Um, or, I'll say I heard a song. These things are real. And if you've seen any other readers, just know that we are not saying those things. And it's almost as if it's like we want to validate to you that what you are getting is authentic readings from spirit. What we want you to understand is that we are not just saying these things. Um, we are really sensing these things. It kind of goes along with the movie The Sixth Sense. It's like we do have this extra sensory. Sometimes our natural senses are heightened depending on the spiritual gifts that we have. So, for some of us, we can smell things. For some of us, we can literally see things happen before they happen. We can even taste some things. Some things just don't need to be tasted. I'm just going to put it that way, but we taste them. So if you ever hear somebody say, "Oh, I had this taste in my mouth, this weird taste," just know that it was true. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and into the reading. This is for the collective, and I am being led to use my hemp deck. So we're gonna see what comes out. Ooh, this card wants to come out. Oh, two cards. Gratitude rampage. It's already happened. And I kind of figured, so this card is the card of be thankful that you survived that storm. Be thankful that you went through what you went through, because now you are on the other side of the storm, Will you be able to appreciate those things around you? Will you be able to appreciate why you went through what you went through? Because it you could have a untapped strength now, right? It's going to be different for everybody, so I have to be general, but it could mean so much more. It could mean I used to be afraid to, uh, what is it? Was it the chicken that was, why did the chicken cross the road? And I will say the answer to this riddle is the chicken crossed the road because the chicken realized that it did not need to be afraid of crossing the road. And then, two, it did not need to be afraid of what was on the other side of the road because it was creating a fear that was unknown. How are you afraid of something that you have not experienced? How are you afraid of something that you never tried? And this is that energy of, now I'm able to try it. I've survived the worst that I could go through. So me crossing the street is not going to add to that. It's going to add to my liberated state, my freedom state. And then the next card is Osupa, Vision. I always have to double check to make sure I can show these cards. And this is giving me the moon energy. It's like I'm finally embracing the things that I cannot see. It's that I'm finally taking that leap of faith. My eyes are covered and I'm going to walk across this street. I'm going to do the trust fall with no problems. It's that type of energy. It's the you embracing the unknown. You embracing the unknown now. So I know, and it is like a lot of people are struggling with their faith, meaning, is it something out there? Is God really real? These types of questions. And it's like you're finally getting to that space where you're saying, I'm going to trust it anyway. I don't know what's out there, but I'm going to trust it. Okay. People are saying God is real. I'm going to finally trust God. And I want to see where it takes me. It's that type of energy. It's that energy of embracing what you used to say that I don't know that much about. And it's like, okay, well, let me see what it's all about now. So for some of you, it could be this space, this platform. I will say, even with my awakening, I was hesitant. I was very hesitant. And and for those who don't know, I am a licensed, or well, I'm an ordained minister. Oh, somebody's walking outside. I was like, wait. Um, I'm an ordained minister. And so even in this space, it was weird for me because it was like, okay, I'm in learning that it was demonic. I was like, you want me to do what? But since I've been in this space, my spiritual eyes have been awakened so much more. And no, I do not worship the devil. I worship God. And that is my own personal um, source. I know who I am, whose I am, and why I do what I do. And a lot of people may not agree with it, but I can't answer for them, nor will I over explain myself. Either you like it or you don't, and that's fine with me. I answer to God, right? And God gives me my source, my strength, my everything, my blessings. And when you learn to put fully trust and just go with whatever God is leading you and where God is leading you, even if it doesn't look like what you're used to, even if it's scary, even if it's something that it goes against everything in your fiber, I promise you, once you embrace it, something beautiful will come out. The next card that came out is a divine feminine, the void. And it's like you're no longer in the space of the void. It's like you're taking the void and you're making it look, you're grabbing the void and you're adding color to it. What you previously couldn't see, you're embracing it and making it something beautiful. You're taking that leap of faith and you're finally making something of it. So it doesn't matter where you are on the spectrum, what you believe religiously. Um, it's that energy of I'm finally doing the work to dive in a little bit more. I need to know what's going on in my life. I've been living in the dark for too long, and now I want to live in the light. One more card wants to come out. Huh. Spirit. And the word at the bottom says act. That's an action word. That's a excuse me, that's a verb. Act. Act on it now. Don't prolong it. Don't wait for anything else. You waited long enough in the dark. You waited long enough in the cold and the rain, in fear and in anger and depression. You've waited long enough in those things. And now Spirit is saying, I want you to embrace the sun. I'm really seeing the sun card as I'm saying that right now, but it's like, I want you to embrace the fact that you have overcome. And let me and the sun card that I'm seeing is out of the traditional deck where the child is sitting on the horse, but I'm also getting the what is it, the six of wands energy. It's that energy of now that I can sit you on this horse and let you bask in the sun, that you bask in the blessings that I have for you. It's like watch how you blow up, watch how you become, watch how everyone starts to look at you, watch how people start to come to you for advice. Whereas you was the person that was always getting advice, now you're the one giving it. Whereas you was the one always asking people for money, watch you be the one to actually give it. You were the artist that no one really listened to, but now you're on the top 10 charts. There's a switch happening in your life. Hmm. Gorgo is at the bottom, ego death. And guess what, guys? It is a tower card, meaning that yes, by you acting, you are disrupting your norm. You are getting out of your head, you are getting rid of your ego, and you are literally walking in faith so that you can do what it is that you have been called and born to do. Like some of you are actually beginning to start walking in your purpose. I can hear some of you saying now, well, what is my purpose? Or, I think I know what my purpose is, but I'm not for sure. Well, now you're going to start walking in your purpose. You're getting ready to do some things that is like, again, out of your comfort zone, but you're going to do it anyway because you're like, okay, I got to stop holding myself back from the things that I feel like I'm supposed to do, from the things that I'm seeing that I'm supposed to do. It's not too many oftentimes that I read something and then I see it everywhere around me. That is spirits trying to get your attention. Excuse me. That is spirit trying to get your attention to pay attention to the instructions that spirit is giving you. And I know some people, if you are a Christian and you say, oh, but I have my Bible. Okay. So what is that scripture that you have read, that you keep hearing people talk about, that you're seeing on the television screen, that you're hearing in a movie? Maybe you even seen it printed on one of the glass gifts, from Hallmark or something. What is that scripture? What are those words? Really sit with that. Really draw out what Spirit is saying to you. Let me pull some more cards. And by the way, your destiny is a part of your healing, because your destiny, that means that your destiny will help heal other people. Because when you are healed, you start to operate from a place of healing. You start to think from a place of healing, which means that the way you move, the way you think, even the way you speak starts to change. And a lot of people may not understand that. A lot of people may question, like, what are you talking about? Like, you now, all my life, you ate hamburgers, french fries, hot dogs, pizza, and now you're telling me you're a pescatarian? Why? And it's like, I don't know why. I just can't eat that stuff anymore. And spirit is literally changing your taste buds because spirit wants to get remove all of that toxic waste out of your body and give you something new. I don't know where I got that from. So if you have been thinking about becoming a pescatarian, this is your message to go ahead and do so. This is your message to go ahead and take that leap of faith. Really, I'm getting that that was really the end of the message. But Spirit, I did ask Spirit, employ Spirit to at least give me at least a little bit more of a message for some people. And then also, I heard the words "time heals all things." So maybe there's something that you all have been saying, I need to heal from this, I need to heal from this, I need to heal from this. And Spirit is saying, you're at the mark, you're at the I want to say deadline, but I also want to say the finish line. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to embrace the finish line. You're at the finish line with that feeling. Why? Because it's been long enough. And for you to carry it any longer means that you are literally dragging out something that has been dead for years. That's like you taking the corpse of your beloved one and taking it with you. It's like my beloved died in New Jersey. I went to New Mexico. I took their bones with their body with me. I went to Canada. I took their body with me. I'm living in Miami, Florida. Their body is with me. And people are like, why are you taking a corpse with you everywhere? Like, that's how we need to start looking at problems that has happened to us in the past. You are literally carrying dead stuff around with you, and it's corrupting you in ways that you don't even know, which is what I was talking about earlier. That you don't know, you may not even think that you have a sickness, but you're sick. You're dealing with an unhealed wound, and because of that, because you're dealing with because you're dealing life from an unhealed space. I had to slow myself down. Because of that, you are not operating the way you're supposed to. And just think about it. If you're carrying a dead corpse with you everywhere you go, say you're riding the plane, that means you have to now cover up all of that body and things so that it does not look suspicious. And no, it's not no weekend at Bernie's type where the body is still have the skin on it. No, I'm talking about decaying flesh. How are you going to cover that up? How are you going to cover up the stitch from the other passengers in the airport? And how are you going to cover up the fact that you didn't kill a body and you're trying to cover it up? Like you're going to have all of those things in your head just from carrying something dead around with you. And when you let it go, you don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have nothing to fear. You're thinking clearly, you're acting, you're moving clearly. Nobody has to question anything. Page of Pentacles, new path. It's a new path. Page is somebody who's very young. Message coming to you. The Sun card. Your new path is taking you in a brighter direction, in a place where you're getting everything that you need, the blessings of God, the universe, whoever you subscribe to. You're finally getting these blessings because you're walking in your new path. And anybody who knows me, I take pentacles for more than just money. It can mean anything, right? Oh, wow. It's funny. This is really funny. So I have the King of Wands and the King of Cups here. The King of Strategy and the King of Happiness. And why, might you add? Because you've been in the Five of Swords, where you're just like, you've been in your head. That's what I'm getting. You've been in your head. You had outside unknown forces speaking negative things in your head. And it's like, no, in order to get mental clarity, I must find my happiness. Because when you're in your head, that's like a sign of depression, a sign of sadness. But where you're going to master your happiness. The king, I'm hearing king of peace. I know in Christianity we use the term Prince of Peace, meaning, and we're subscribing or describing Jesus Christ. But in this, I'm hearing King of Peace, because you will master your peace. And then with the King of Passions, right, Wands, I'm hearing strategy, passions against the Five of Wands energy. You're going to control those situations that try to control you. It's that energy of, say, if you have been in an abusive relationship, now you're taking that power back from that person. It's that energy of, I'm leaving you now, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because you've been creating chaos in my life, and because you created this chaos, I'm going to leave. I'm taking my power back. It's that I'm taking your wands from you, and I'm creating that major wand for myself. And I know you saw that lion back there from the King of Wands. Strength. Because you have the strength to endure. You have the strength to do these things. So don't think that you are not able to do them. I'm even starting to get the Seven of Pentacles energy. The card may or may not come out, but I'm getting that energy. And it's that energy of, I watched the fruits of my labor flourish. Again, you've been through the storm already. So now you're able to see, whereas you've been seeing lack this entire time, now you're about to start seeing um, replenishment. That's what I'm getting. We have the Fool card here. Again, trust spirit. Don't try to control everything. Let spirit lead you and guide you. And really I'm hearing let spirit take you to an unknown place. That's what I'm really hearing right now. Let spirit take you to an unknown place. Spirit knows how to get you to where you were designed to be. I know we like to think that we control our lives, but we don't. Some people, they get on that road to success and we're like, how in the world did they get there? Well, they listened to that drive. They listened to spirit that was whispering in their ear, say, no, keep running, keep going here, keep going to this meeting. When everybody else leaves, you stay. When everybody else leaves the library and say, oh, well, we're going to stop studying, you keep studying. While everybody else is talking about writing a book, you write that book. So sometimes you might have to leave the fancy and fun things behind because you're being separated to do an even greater work that will pay off in many different ways. So, and I'm also getting, if you're having car trouble right now, some of you who's having car trouble right now, that spirit's way of telling you to slow down. That spirit's way of telling you to really pay attention and go within is what I'm getting. Go within. That means sit in a quiet space, meditate. Embrace the quietness and meditate. Where did I put those cards? Right here. Let me make sure I get, because while I was closing my eyes and I was saying meditate, it was giving me this energy, vision again. That's what I was saying. Because when you meditate, it's like you're going to get the blueprint. You're going to get the plan of actions. It's like some of you are like, I'm not moving until God tells me to move. And this God is like, well, when you get quiet and when you settle down and really tap into me, when you really go in your secret place and start praying and getting into the spiritual realm, the spiritual essence, when you allow me to guide you, you will get the blueprint on success. Wheel of Fortune. You will get the blueprint of success. I literally just split the deck open and there it was. There it sat. Seven of Swords is at the bottom. But I'm getting that you have been operating, some of you have been operating behind closed doors, like secretively, working on something, mastering something. And it's like, I'm missing something, but I don't know quite what it is. So I'm going to keep looking for it. And Spirit is like, no, that missing ingredient, that missing link is within. You go within, your answer will be there. It'll pull, like it's like you'll pull it out of thin air. Pull it out of thin air. Page of Swords is here. Enlightenment. And then also Ace of Wands came out earlier. Enlightenment, greater enlightenment. This is your, and I'm feeling like for a lot of you, this is your aha moment. This is your enlightened moment. This is that moment that Spirit is like, I want you to pay attention to the new things that's happening in your life. I want you to pay attention to the awakenings that I'm placing here. And when I say here, meaning when you go to sleep, when you daydream and think that, oh, I dozed off. No, you were seeing visions of your life to come and your life to be. So that is all tonight, people. Thank you for joining in. Please like, share, subscribe, and feel free to check out the other um, spiritual progress report messages that I have on either of the platforms that you're tuning into, because these are timeless, for one, but for two, you will see the message that you need to see in the time that you need to see it. So yes, this might be 2027 and this is the first time you're watching this video. Hey, welcome. So there was something that I said last time. I'm going to say it again. And I say this on my other channel. I have multiple channels, by the way. But I say don't try to be, don't figure out if you want to be, don't even question how it's going to be. Just be blessed. And when you understand what that means, it means that you it's that energy of I'm not taking no for an answer. It's that energy of I'm no longer taking your, I'm moving on with my life. Remember, you hold the power of movement, of how you're going to move, right? But spirit has the blueprint and the directions for when you move. But remember, you have to take the first step. So thank you and good night.